Long ago, over hills and far away, across the seven skies, is a land full of crossroads in time. You have come here full of curiosity. Perhaps you are looking for something, but whether you know what you seek or not, the inn has appeared in your path. You have found a spark that has the potential to ignite a fire. Here, at this place where all roads meet and all stories find a home. Welcome to the Inn of Stormy Nights. Subscribe to never miss an episode and visit me, Innkeeper R, over on Twitch to join the day-to-day music and magic at the inn.
Hello everyone, Innkeeper R here. It's so wonderful to see all of you. I know it's been a while, but I have some really exciting things coming up that I wanted to share with all of you, especially that I am going to be having a little bit of a location change soon, which is going to allow me to be able to come and see you guys face to face like this a lot more. But what I wanted to share with all of you today actually has to do with everything that's kept me wonderfully busy lately. It's a bit of homework that is part of the amazing coaching and business course that I've been doing with the little volcano that, like I said, has been taking up a lot of my time. And you guys know this because I've been sharing primarily my music. But it has been such an amazing experience and is allowing me to bring together all of my joys and passions so that I can make the things that I am sharing with you guys even better and take things here at the Inn of Stormy Nights to the next level. And part of taking things to the next level is recognizing who we have been and where we have been and honoring that person and that place, and then putting that person and that place up in a spot of honor. And so for me, that person and that place is best represented by this sword here, this wonderful ceremonial sword that actually is in fact a replica of a sword from the Lord of the Rings, but I am using it as the physical representation for the badass warrior that I have been all my life. And that kind of energy that I have put forth that has allowed me to step forward and be absolutely amazing and achieve the many, many things that I have achieved. However, I've reached a point where I've realized if I want to get to the next level, it's time for me to be a warrior in a different way and to put the sword down, because I don't need to keep fighting anymore. And when I'm connecting with others, I'm holding this sword in one hand, and I want to be able to connect with all of you with both of my hands open and free, so that we can step forward together and be all the more powerful for that, because we are holding hands and no swords are needed. No swords necessary. So that is the first part of what I wanted to share with all of you today. And the second part goes into the process that I experienced this week when I sat down and I began to think about, how am I going to put up this sword? What am I going to do to mark this as a particular moment? Because you guys all know I'm somebody who loves stories. I love performance. And so I thought, why don't I create a little ritual and ceremony around putting up my sword? However, as I dove into thinking of what kind of ceremony or ritual I was going to do, I struggled. I kept trying to make those really formal, concise, and, those ceremonial sentences. When it came to expressing my experiences as a lifelong warrior, and nothing was working. I wasn't resonating with everything, and I was just getting frustrated. And so I set it aside. I would take a walk. I would come back to it. I would put it aside for the night. I'd look back at it on another day, and still, even giving it that time and space, nothing worked. Nothing flowed. And then I realized something that I know internally and logically, but I'm only human, and there's only so much that's always held present at the front of my mind. And so this was a wonderful experience that reminded me how society tells us how to do things and how to be all the time. Even smaller communities like creative communities, spiritual communities, music communities, any communities, all have particular expectations about how its members should be and how they should act. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But things do go a little bit wonky when trying to fit yourself into that box of how to do things and how to be puts you out of alignment with your best self and your best life. And you are doing what I was trying to do this week, which was just pushing and pushing and pushing myself to fit my ceremony of putting down my sword into the stereotypical and traditional ideas of what a ceremony or ritual is. And this made me realize two questions that I always go back to that help me to remain in alignment with my best self and my best life. And these are my two questions. So if they don't resonate with you, that's okay. They're not meant to necessarily resonate with you. And if they do, that's totally awesome. But the point is, I have two questions that I use as my compass markers to pull myself back into alignment with what my best self in life always is. And these questions are, is this fun? And how can I make this fun? So I thought, okay, yeah, making a ceremony is fun, definitely. It's why I went to it to begin with. So how can I make this fun? And so I tried writing out the ceremonial sentences with colorful markers, making pictures. I added on my favorite music. I tried dancing, but still nothing was working. So then I made myself take some more time away and really, really sit with the question of, what is fun for me? What makes my spirit sing? And immediately, no surprises, you guys, I went to stories make me sing. I love telling stories. And oh my gosh, I need to turn this ceremony into a poem. And I need to speak this poem. And immediately I was like, yes, yes, yes. And I sat down And I channeled that poem in 5 minutes. You guys, I spent a whole week trying to fit myself into the box of what a traditional ceremony would be. And then within 5 minutes, I had it totally done because I realized I just have to listen to myself and what is in alignment with me. And so I created my sword laying down ceremony. And I wanted to share this story with all of you because this story is synchronistically absolutely in alignment with this workshop that I am going to be offering in August. And I am so excited because I know it's been a while since I've been offering any workshops and courses. And this one, I'm teaming up with a fellow spiritual practitioner, Megan Plummer. And in August 8th to be exact, we will be guiding you through the discovery and cultivation of your innate rhythm so that you too can live your best life and your best self, just like I was reminded of in this past week. So if you are drawn toward empowering yourself to live your best life and your best self by discovering and cultivating that innate rhythm that we all have, pop down into the description box. There's liner notes that are just below, and you will find an Eventbrite link down there that'll take you to more details and the workshop's coming up in August. And I am so excited. So I cannot wait for all of you wonderful seekers, wanderers, and adventurers to come along that intuitive, innate rhythm, being empowered selves journey that we'll be going on. But for now, because that's still in the future, I invite all of you to come along with me right in this moment as I share with you the journey my sword has taken me on. I found you, and you found me. When the ocean planted my form upon the land, crashed and weak, spluttering out salt to make stars in the sand. There you rested, within the grasp of my seeking fingers, you glimmered and glistened, under the spray of the ocean's lingering arms. Sharp and heavy, but warm and right in my fist. I picked you up, and I stood tall against the surge of words and looks and whys sent my way by disbelieving eyes who saw a girl with translucent wings and a voice that couldn't speak but could sing with my fingers and my smile. My footsteps, one after another, walking miles and miles with the wind upon my back, and only the sky for companionship. And you, great sword, Silithloon. Silver blue starlight born from the fires of the night, the storms of the sea, and the trot of the highwayman's horse under the Gallian moon, waiting for me to take up arms and to shout with the fires of my heart forged in the bowels of disbelieving eyes. Silithloon, I thank you for your protection through stormy nights and shining sunlight. I have learned my translucent wings are a proud prism making rainbows for people to follow wherever I go, so that they too might find gold at the end of their shipwreck of self. For all the best treasure chests are not given to the kings in the castles, but to those like me, the mud-trodden wanderer who has stood against the surge of words from they who saw but did not see me. The golden goddess, the pirate fairy, the innkeeper of seven skies who knows the wind has my back and all the world and its griefs and glories. I am the writer of my own story. So I make it a good one. full of fun adventures, chasing phoenix tails and Medusa on the mountaintop, secret passageways and mystery notes, until the light comes at the breaking of the days. Until then, Silithune, I put you up in honor of your strength, and I will serve your support by now walking in your name with my prism wings and my pirate ship, sailing into the stars on just another stormy night. A moment which will always, without fail, give way to a rainbow at the end of the trail. So I keep walking, shining, and singing. This is me. This is my story. And you will always find me at the end of the road, where eternity flows and the seven skies coalesce into a crossroad of time. I will be at the Inn of Stormy Nights, making music of the universe as I let go of the fight and I embrace the fun of the light. Thank you, my dear seekers, wanderers, and adventurers. I look forward to journeying with you on my upcoming workshop, Cultivating Confidence in You, Foundations for Building an Intuitive Practice, on August 8th. The details are down in the description box, and until then, and until every other next time, may the wind be always at your back. Bye for now.